We Have Concerns is entirely listener supported. That's you. You're a listener. If you want to get some cool stuff and help keep the show going, you can check out patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. You would not believe, by the time I checked out of this hotel yesterday, how many just little beard hairs were in the sink. Just like a fine layer of beard hair all over everything.
You really showed them.
It was amazing, dude. I love it. I love living like a pig and then just being able to hit the eject button. It's the best fucking feeling. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Hey, speaking of detritus everywhere, littering places and causing problems.
Yes.
Did you know that
would be my supervillain name, the detritus.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because that's all I do is
Dr. Tritus.
Dr. Tritus.
Detritus.
I think that's your
No, come on.
I think that's it.
I
think that's it.
All right, so
people have been telling me I have to crack down on you more.
No, I believe
people
they've
have been
saying
that
the opposite.
I haven't been doing it enough.
The opposite.
No, people are like, you haven't been calling them out. Like, people will tell me when I miss one.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Trains in Europe and North America often have the issue. There's a lot of foliage and crap that'll fall on the tracks, and then the trains will run over that crap and kind of mush it with the weight of the wheels, mush it into like a paste that then can cause accidents and cause problems with the next train that comes by because it doesn't grip. There's a layer of crap there.
Because our railroad infrastructure, not our number one priority anymore.
Infrastructure in general, not our number one priority.
Okay.
Sadly.
The U.S. and infrastructure is like me in a hotel room. Let's just see what happens if we let it go to shit. Let's just see how it feels. Feels good.
No, I don't. In this case, doesn't feel so good.
Feels good.
Well, this is a major problem, and people have been trying to figure out ways to efficiently clear off.
This is a major problem for our nation's murderers and strange people who ride the trains. Our nation's secret criminals.
Have you never taken a
no-fly list?
Have you ever taken a lovely train ride?
It's full of weirds.
But it's nice.
It's great,
especially in Europe.
It's full of weirds. It really is the number one way for murderers to travel.
It seems like it takes so long for them to murder. Are you generating this entire theory based on Alfred Hitchcock movies? Is this North by Northwest based theory?
Because here's the deal. If you are wanted, if you are on the run from the law, you cannot get on a plane. There's no way you're going to get through the multiple levels of airport security. But you can get on a fucking train. They don't check anything from anybody to get on a train. If you want to get on a train, it's basically like, oh, thank God somebody wants to get on the fucking train. I could get on a train with a custom suitcase that is made in the shape of a rocket launcher in one hand.
Handcuffed to your arm.
Handcuffed to my arm. And in the other hand, clearly a human body. Like, just clearly a human body wrapped in tissues.
All aboard!
Oh!
Step right up here.
Sorry, I'm running a little late.
That's okay. Do you have a ticket?
I do have a ticket.
Is it, it's hanging out of this gentleman's...
Take it from my third hand. It's a condition.
Okay, well, we appreciate you taking Amtrak.
Oh, it's the only way I travel for many, many reasons.
Can I take your bag?
Nope!
I'd be happy to help you with
No, you could take my tissue sculpture from me and put this... Does this train run on coal still? Is that how trains go?
I believe so, sir, yes.
Okay, I'm going to need you to throw this bag into the furnace. I won't be needing it anymore.
Oh, it seems to be murmuring.
No, it is not.
Oh, all right. Okay, well...
which way is the dining car?
It's just 2 cars back, that direction, sir.
Great. And which way is the car where everybody keeps their valuables in the safe? Is that a real thing, or am I dreaming that?
Oh no, we definitely have that.
Oh, okay.
It's called the treasures car.
Oh, my stars! Where is the treasures car?
Oh well, it's off limits to all passengers.
Yeah, but where is it?
Oh, it's just 2 cars the other direction.
Great.
You're not going up there, are you?
Well, not before I eat.
All right. Enjoy your meal.
No, my fiance and her friend were on a train with a killer.
Really?
Yep.
Like
legitimately killed a guy in Alaska.
How did they know that?
He told them the story.
Oh.
He got off because it was like a self-defense thing, but it was like he also had some other criminal things in his past, and so he just couldn't take the plane anymore.
Well,
he broke somebody's neck, snapped a neck, got on Amtrak. That's what trains are
actually
for. Snapped a neck?
Yeah.
Get on Amtrak.
That's their new slogan.
So anyway, if you are one of our nation's murderers and you're on the train, what does this story have for you?
Well, so people are working on this problem of getting rid of all of the
murderers.
Well,
trains.
No, all of the debris.
Right,
that's
the debris.
littering
I had forgotten about the debris.
Rails.
Yes.
So here's what people came up with. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
Laser trains.
Fuck yeah, laser trains.
Laser trains.
Go no further. I wrote a screenplay called Laser Train.
Yes.
It is a phenomenal story, and I am glad that everybody is on board. This is what the best sci-fi does. It predicts the future. My screenplay, Laser Train,
yes,
about the daring robbery of the first laser train.
Oh, it's tough to rob a laser train.
Super tough. It's full of lasers.
Yes. But you know what? It's worth it because of the treasure car.
Yes. At the center of the train.
Yeah. Brilliant. That sounds like a sellable script.
Well,
let's fast track it.
Well, you know what happened was Snowpiercer.
Go ahead.
Snowpiercer happened, and now nobody wants another sci-fi train movie.
Come on,
but I'm telling you, it would have been a phenomenal movie. I'm trying to repitch it now as a series, where every week they're just robbing another laser train.
Well, let's try again next week on
Laser Train.
All right. So
that wasn't our laser train, but maybe the next one will be.
Yeah. Wait 15 minutes. There'll be another laser
train.
No, seriously, how do laser trains work, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Laser trains literally have lasers shooting down on the track, burning off the debris as fast as they go over it, which doesn't seem possible to me.
I'm in.
It doesn't seem possible to me.
I feel like that's going to start a lot of fires.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why does Laser Train leave a trail of burning forest fires in its wake?
Laser Train!
Laser Train cleaning up the countryside, one forest at a time.
Killer train full of killers. That's my new draft for Laser Train. Not only is the train full of killers, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a train.
Of course.
It's not like it's a special train that's transporting killers.
No, this isn't
Killers are just always in trains. All right?
Uh-huh.
Treasure car in the center of the train.
Obviously.
Crack team of experts, each with their own expertise.
Right.
Trying to rob the laser train. But here's the thing, man. Not only is the train full of killers, the train itself is just setting the world on fire as it's traveling.
So there's another team that's attempting to stop the laser train just to protect wildlife.
There's a team of rogues, right? And then a team of like good guys. Right, that are trying to stop the laser train because they lose control of the laser train. Because once the train starts setting fires everywhere, it takes out the safety systems and you can no longer communicate with laser train.
Can they be on horseback?
Yes.
With
of course they can be on horseback. But they're robot horses.
Robot horses with giant...
The most efficient kind of horse.
Water hoses constantly spraying water to
Well, they have like backpacks. Because eventually a hose would run out.
Yeah, they have like a stagecoach.
It shoots like a pressurized foam, like a hyper fire extinguisher.
I love it.
Right? Okay, and it's like the most high pressure fire extinguisher, so you can also use it as a weapon. So you've got these tough scientists on robot horses, with foam guns,
equestrian extinguishers.
Yes, and then they have this team of rogues. This rogue bandit squad.
Yeah.
That's also trying to rob the laser train.
I like the RBS.
God damn it. This is the best movie.
It writes itself.
It really does.
Anyway, in reality, the lasers in front of the laser train. So get this.
Okay.
The best scripts are based a little bit in reality.
Sure.
Like inspired by true events.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. The laser train was first proposed in 1999 by a UK company called Laser Thor.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Laser Thor.
This is the best idea.
It's a real company. And so they developed a laser with a temperature of 5,000 degrees Celsius that was strong enough to zap leaves 25,000 times per second.
Get this, in the third act,
they've
all got to rock back and forth and turn the train on its side so the lasers destroy the future police from the government regime
Wait a
that
minute,
are coming.
Future police?
Of course there are. There's a laser train.
I didn't get the pink pages.
This is the best movie / television series because once again, Snowpiercer sort of stole our thunder.
Right, spin-off comic book series
Laser
/
Thor.
video games.
Is Laser Thor like Beta Ray Bill?
I mean, that's what I'm envisioning. That's their logo. It's
Okay.
got to be, right? So it says that this worked really well in the lab, but when fitted to moving trains, the vibrations made it hard to keep the laser focused on the rails.
Like a Discman.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like a
Kids, ask your parents
That
what a
train
Discman.
is like a giant Discman fucking up
Well,
left and right.
It was in 1999 when they invented it.
Okay.
So, it probably was based on
Discman technology.
Uh,
But don't worry, they based it on that yellow sport Discman. So it's fine.
Kids, continue to ask your parents.
Just continually, kids, it's best to listen to this podcast with your parents in the room. Just listen to the podcast with your parents in the room. And every time we mention something that lets you know how old and out of it we are, just, tap your dad on the shoulder. Wake him up.
Yeah, he needs that. He needs some stimulation every now and again, just in life. So here's the thing. So they started in 1999 with laser train idea, which worked well in the lab, but didn't work too great because of the vibrations. So what they did instead was they used water jets and they used sandblasters. I'm thinking
Wouldn't that
laser
corrode-
train versus this is for the sequel, obviously.
okay.
Laser train versus water train versus sandblast train,
Oh my God.
right?
Oh my God.
I mean,
now water train. Here's the thing about water train.
Yeah.
I know we could take it in the literal direction that the train is powered by water jets because that was the reality. But once again, we got to heighten this for Hollywood. Also, it's a sequel. The second part of a trilogy, because obviously this is going to be a trilogy,
Of course.
is always the biggest part, right?
Yes.
The
The
water train.
darkest.
The water train is literally just a train that can go on or underwater.
Well, yeah, okay.
All right. But it can go on land, but it's the only one of the 3 trains that can go on water.
Okay.
Okay? Then the sand train, same thing. It can also travel in the desert.
All right. All right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
Switches up our venues a little more.
So there are these
mise en
highly
scène.
specialized future trains that have to go up against the laser train, which has been beaten and battered from the first movie. Because once again, remember, we had to flip it on its side to eventually destroy the future regime.
Of course.
So what happens is the bandits and the scientists, after finding out that they're not so different.
Right. Because though the female bandit and the male scientist fall madly and deeply in love.
Yes. And they build the train back up, right? And a few of these
cobbled
killers
together like an A-Team-esque montage.
Yes. And some of these killers that were on the train, because once again, all trains have killers. Also, killers with a heart of gold.
Of course.
Con Air.
Got to do it.
Right?
Right.
So, it's a team of villains,
Yeah.
on this train that just shouldn't be able to fight these specialized trains. But they've got to go all the way around the world to the train dispatch
Yeah?
to control everything. And so to do it, they have to go through deserts. They have to go over oceans where they're fighting these specialized trains.
I love it. And they have the only trains that can stop them are the specialized trains.
But they don't, because those trains don't have heart.
you gotta have heart.
You gotta have heart.
That's the 5th element.
That is what it is. That is what it is.
I love it. So anyway, these
Chica. Big bada boom.
these guys overcame the issues since 1999, and now they actually have a working, locked-on laser burn to be able to burn the leaves as the trains are going. And they're testing them right now.
I feel like in reality, this is just starting a lot of fucking fires.
Yeah.
Did they mention that at all? Probably not. This is probably based on a PR release,
Well, it says that the lasers do not damage the tracks.
It's bullshit.
I mean, they damage all animal life and plant life in a 10-mile radius.
To be fair, if there's an animal on or around those tracks when a regular train comes,
That's true.
that thing's fucking dead.
Yeah.
So at least this way, it's dead in like a Star Wars cauterize the wound, there's no pain sort of way, right?
Vaporized instantly.
Yeah, I mean, if you get beheaded, if you're an animal that gets like crushed by a train,
Right.
like that's a messy, disgusting way to die. If
Right.
you're an animal that gets sliced in half by a laser
Perfectly
train,
bisected.
you just sort of die painlessly. I
Yeah.
think.
In 2 equally important parts.
When I die,
Mhm.
I want to be bisected by a laser. And I want you to make sure that this happens for me.
Luckily, this podcast counts as a legal document.
As all podcasts do.
Yes, and so I will abide by your wishes. On this day in 2014. We can make this pact that I will, as God is my witness, I will bisect your body with a laser.
I had a dream about the way I was going to die, and it was the best way to die. And I'd like to put this out there as like a great way to die in the future.
Okay.
All right. And this is the way we should all want to die. I feel like this is great, but this could be just another one of my things. I had a dream that everybody had a silent robot that followed them around their entire lives. Just a big, black, shiny, silent robot that followed them around.
It didn't do anything their whole life?
Doesn't do anything your entire life.
It's just a big fucking Grim Reaper bot?
It's just like walking around and everybody has them. And then when you die, it grabs you, transforms into a coffin, and shoots into space. This is the dream I had. Everybody had one. Okay.
So death is constantly looming over you your entire natural life.
That's basically the way it's going right now, dude. Right. There's no difference.
All right. Okay.
Death is already looming over us.
So does the robot like is sensing your vital signs the whole time and
I think it's connected to your vitals.
So why doesn't the robot like call paramedics or something?
No,
there's a problem.
That's not the point of the robot. Is why.
Okay.
Look, I mean, here's the other thing.
Can I have a paramedic robot instead of the death robot?
There is no such thing as a paramedic robot in this future. So here's the thing. The other thing about this that I think is great is overpopulation.
Right. Well, it seems like you just doubled.
We're saving too many people. Right? Like that's the problem. We're saving too many people. I think when you're basically dead, you're dead. And like all this resuscitation, get him into it. No, man. When this robot senses that, like, dude, this is definitely over. Like to a point of like maybe 80% sure, 90%. Let's say it's 90% sure that there's no way you're coming back. Right? Because it's a pretty smart robot. Once again, this robot will not help you, so do not go down that road.
At what point do you get your robot?
Oh, when you're born.
So does it start as a small robot? Or
no,
is
it's, you know what? In my dream, there was like, you know, the maternity ward where they have all the babies in the little baskets and everything. In my dream, it was a row. It was just like one of those regular maternity wards, but behind each one of the little prams was this stoic, silent robot.
And it's full human grown size robot. And like, even when you're a baby.
Even when you're a baby.
That just seems inefficient.
Yeah. But it's the way I want to die. Wouldn't it be a cool way to die?
But that's not a way to die. You died, and then
that's the
disposal system.
Yeah, that's true. It's the way I would like my body dealt with. So once again, as a legally binding document,
I'm just saying,
I would like you to make sure that some giant black nightmare robot turns into a coffin and launches me into space after I'm sliced in half by lasers.
Okay. Can I say one thing?
This is how I want to die, Jeff. You have to respect it.
I really like jet skiing.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to jet ski with a giant black robot that's constantly
it probably has
around.
like jets on its feet. This is like a cool ass robot, but it's not going to do anything for you, or it just doesn't do anything. Its whole job is just stick close to you.
Okay. Do I have to buy a second ticket on every flight I go on?
Oh, well, if it could fly, maybe it could just like sit on the top. Oh gosh, imagine commercial airline flights and just like sitting on the spine of the plane. just 150 robot coffins on the top of every plane. God, it's beautiful. That's such a beautiful image to me. Is that not a beautiful image to you?
You're a dark guy, Carboni.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess laser trains are coming. So how do you guys feel about that? Let's not discuss the robots. No one is to discuss the robots.
Yeah, don't bring up the robots.
Do not send your opinion on the robots.
All of you are a witness to the contract that we have entered into this day.
You can tell us how you feel about laser trains, but not the robots.
Don't talk about the robots.
On Twitter, I'm at @acarboni.
And I'm at Jeff Canada.
And hey, you know, it would be really great if you could rate the show.
Yeah, on the iTunes or the Stitcher.
Yeah, what you do is you just give us 5 stars, and then instead of...
Don't talk about the robots.
Yeah, just don't. You can talk about anything you want in the review, but do not talk about the robots. I swear, if you guys talk about the robots, I'm going to be very cross with you.
Yeah. You do not want to see him cross.
No. I look like a death robot when I get angry. But we're not talking about those.
Don't talk about them.